I know what you guys thinking. This guy is dead, and how is he still alive? Well, it's simple. I'm not dead. Maybe you might be wondering why it took me so long to make new video. First, yes, I'm still busy working on data science and data analytics, but not as busy as I used to. However, now I'm working on AI art and photograph, which a bit confusing. Now, I'm not gonna dive too deep into it because I use most of my day playing Pokemon games actually. But another reason why I cannot upload my video is because my phone is still broken and somehow Gmail detects suspicious activity from my emails, not allowing me to log into my accounts including my YouTube accounts. I'm also got locked out from WhatsApp and Telegram which doubles up the previous troubles. Thankfully, I still have my dummy account so I can work on my AI art stuff in the meantime. And my phone hasn't been fixed by the time I make this video, so I don't know exactly when I will be able to upload this video. But anyways, let's move on to today's topic, Raven. In my last video, I predicted that Eisner is going to release a new S-Rank healer or a new S-Rank Umbra. They proved me wrong because now they release another Arcane. Two Arcanes in a row. How cool is that? Ati is a decent Arcane, however, she doesn't really power creep Irene. I would say like they're both in the same level at this point, so pulling Ati is not a must actually. But what about Raven? In this video we will discuss about Raven's ability and skill set and also decide whether you should pull her or not. Like I mentioned earlier, Raven is an S-Rank Arcane which released in Chinese version a few days ago, I guess. I'm not sure since I'm not really following the Chinese version update currently, so yeah. Starting off with her traits. Her traits is a pretty niche ability which allows Raven to lose the enemy's invisibility. Sometimes enemy that has invisibility is pretty annoying, but most of the time I never have any problems with them. But who knows what's gonna happen in the future. Having a sinner with this ability will be great in some niche stages. She has a short basic attack range just like most other arcanes, and then her ultimate metrical poetry costs 28 energies and deal certain amount of damage on designated area and also break multiple enemies core by 1. The damage output and energy consumption is quite reasonable but nothing surprising. Raven's first passive Rhyme adding 1 feather mark to all enemies within Raven's range every certain seconds and can be stacked up to 2. When causing damage to enemy with metrical poetry, it will trigger Feather Mark and deal 1 core damage plus 400% to 800% magic damage to enemy who carries them, depending on the passive level. You can tell that Raven relies on her first passive a lot, so if you're in an endgame stage, you need to time her first passive correctly, or to allow Raven to mark the enemy or bosses with Feather Mark just in time, or you have to wait another few seconds to activate her first passive again. However, this won't be a big of a deal thanks to Raven's exclusive brand that we will discuss later on. And then for Raven's second passive, Elegy increase enemies damage taken for 12 seconds for each feather mark triggered, which a pretty useful passive in my opinion. Now for Raven's exclusive brand, which increase Raven's magic damage by 12 or 16% or 20% depending on your exclusive brand level. Raven add a feather mark to all enemies in a singular designated tile. You can use this exclusive brand up to 3 times in a battle. I'll say this exclusive brand is actually great. It solves Raven's problem earlier. However, the tile range of the exclusive brand is not that great, which makes the first passive timing still an issue for Raven. In a smaller stage, Raven will be able to shine more, but in a wider stage, these problems will be harder to solve, at least for Raven herself. Okay, I almost forgot to discuss her shackles, but there you go. These are Raven's shackles abilities. Her first shackle is a good shackle for Raven. It helps Raven to activate her first passive way easier. If you have more budget, you can go for her third shackles, but only if you're interested in nuking or one-shotting bosses. If not, then her first shuckle is what I would recommend. Nonetheless, Raven is not as bad as you might think. She's still a reasonable sinner to pull even though she's not a meta. She's more of a sinner that shines on specific type of stages but still doing okay on normal stages. I hope this video helps you deciding whether to pull Raven or not. What matters the most is you're having fun with your sinners you pull and you use. Thanks for watching, goodbye.